Hey foodie family members, welcome back to my channel. If you are new, welcome. My name is Joy. I'm going to show you how we make our Nigerian chin chin. Oh my goodness, this is a popular snack in Nigeria. For me, I grew up eating chin chin and it was the go-to snack for every Christmas occasion. All right, so here I measured out 4 cups of all-purpose flour, which I am sieving. So next, I'm going to go ahead and just add half a cup of sugar. The sugar is completely optional. Use more or less depending on how you like it. A quarter teaspoon of salt and a teaspoon of baking powder. I'm going to grate some nutmeg into my flour. Use any flavor of your choice. Next, I'm going to add some cinnamon powder, just a tiny little bit, all right? So mix all of your dry ingredients together until it is well combined. So what I did here was create a well in the center, and I'm going in with 1 egg. So now, for your eggs, the reason why I am using an egg is because this particular chin chin, I really want it crunchy and I don't want it to foam. I have another chin chin recipe whereby I used a lot of eggs and milk, and that is because I wanted a cakey kind of chin chin. All right, so here I added about 125 grams of margarine, and I am going to mix all of that together just to get a flaky consistency. All right, you just want it to be flaky. So yes, after this part, you've done this process, we're going to go ahead and add milk, and I have measured out 1¼ cup of milk for this recipe. So you can use just some milk and some water. If you do not have the liquid milk, you can use your powdered milk. It will still be fine. So I'm going to add it. Listen, this works for me all the time. Always add your liquid a little at a time. Yeah, because some measuring cups are actually quite funny, and maybe because depending on the brand that made them, it will give you the measurement, but by the time you use it, it's a little bit too much. Okay, so yes, always add a little at a time and put in as required. So we're going to go ahead and mix all of this until it forms a dough. Forming the dough for your chin chin doesn't necessarily take time, and you don't want to over knead. Just mix it a bit for about 3 to 4 minutes. Don't over knead, if not your chin chin is going to end up being very dry and hard. So this is what we have. We're going to let this sit for 15 minutes. In fact, you can go and play football and come back and fry your chin chin. All right, so yes, and you can fry it after 15 minutes or let it rest for as long as you want to. So dust your surface with some flour and place your dough on top. I'm going to divide this into 4 and we will work on one at a time. So I'm just going to knead this lightly. Be careful not to add too much flour on top of your dough as well, because that can also inform a lot of foaming as well. So roll that out into any diameter you want, thickness depending on the sizes you want to cut your chin chin into. So I got an half an inch in diameter, and then I'm going to just go and cut my chin chin into tiny pieces. All right, I don't have any set rules how I do this. It's as the spirit leads when I'm making it. So yeah, the holidays are here, and make your children happy with this easy snacks. I tell you, make it at home, have fun, make it together with them, and just enjoy yourself. Like for me, I had a lot of fun with my toddler in the kitchen making this chin chin. At a point, she was singing chin 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 chin. Oh my goodness. My toddler, my daughter is a whole vibe. She is a whole vibe. So yes, cut into any size, and then just I love to cut all of my chin chin before I start the frying process, because when frying it requires you to stay where you are and keep moving it together so that every single piece fries evenly, because if you leave that spot, some of them will be brown, some of them will be white, unless if you want to be multicolored. And I believe that's not what you want. So please make sure you cut it all before frying so you stay put while frying your chin chin. So we just experimented on another shape, and this was even crispier because of the way I cut it. So this is all of our chin chin. Let's start frying. I've added some oil in a wok on fire, and it has heated up, and I'm just going to drop my chin chin into it. Try to separate them, but don't worry if it doesn't separate. While it's frying, it's going to just separate all by itself. And you also want to fry on medium high. Your heat must not be too high or it will quickly brown, and you wouldn't like that. So keep moving things around like this. Keep moving it. All right, get a nice good golden brown color. I am taking this out like very soon, because one thing with chin chin is it continues to cook and brown as it sits. So we scoop it out of the hot oil, strain in a paper towel or coriander, and let it cool down completely and serve. As for me, my hubby loves his own quite warm. All right, so yes, but just let it cool down, and then you can package in a glass jar and set aside for your kids to enjoy. See you in my next video. I love you. Bye.